Why do Barcelona fans feel as though telling Real Madrid, oh, Real Madrid does not make stars, Real Madrid only buy stars, we make stars, we don't buy stars? Why do they take it as a flex? Let me even talk about it. Why do they see it as a flex that Real Madrid do not make stars? Real Madrid do not use players from their academy. We only use players from our academy. Why do you take it as a flex? This is not supposed to be a flex, to be honest. This is not supposed to be a flex. In fact, Real Madrid are supposed to be the one bragging, because Real Madrid is the one keeping Spanish football alive. Without Real Madrid, do you think Spanish football will be standing the way it is today? Without Real Madrid, do you think Spanish football will be standing the way it is today? This current Club World Cup that is going, no other clubs have been able to sell out their stadium in United States apart from Real Madrid. Do you think it's easy? Do you know what it means to go to a non-footballing continent and still be selling out your match tickets? Do you know what it means? Real Madrid fans should be the one bragging, not Barcelona fans. Not Barcelona fans bragging, we don't make stars, we don't. That is not a flex. That is not a flex. If this is not even to Barcelona fans, the whole of Spanish Federation should be happy and should be thanking God every day that Real Madrid is from Spanish football. Now, let me take you guys to as far back as 1998-2000, when Lorenzo Sanz was still the president of Real Madrid. When Lorenzo Sanz was still the president of Real Madrid, before Florentino Perez came in. Let me take you back to 1998-2000, when Real Madrid won 2 Champions League in 2 years. We had just won the Champions League, two Champions League in 2 years. We just won the UCL. But guess what? We were still in debt. We were still in debt. Do you know why we were still in debt? Because La Liga does not raise enough money. Nobody really watches La Liga like that. La Liga does not have big names for anybody to tune in to watch. As at that time, the Premier League already had names. The CIA already had big names. As at that time, as at 1990s, CIA was the toughest league in the world. It was the league that had the most attention. CIA, this CIA you are looking at now, that's, oh, CIA. CIA once had the biggest attention in world football. The highest of attention. It was the toughest league as at that time. As at the 1990s. Real Madrid was still in debt. Even despite winning 2 UCL in 3 years. They were still in debt until Florentino Perez came and promised Madrid fans that if he can win the election, that year, he will sign Luis Figo and he will pay off all the debt. He will pay off all the debt. Now, why do you think he was bringing Luis Figo to Madrid? Why do you think he wanted to pull that kind of deal? Because he knew that Luis Figo was the golden boy of Barcelona. And he knew that if he got that deal done, Madrid would get a lot of attention. And ever since then, and after he succeeded in bringing Luis Figo, every year he has been bringing it. That is the reason why La Liga is standing today, because of the big names that have been coming there. You saw after that 2000, in 2001, he brought in Zidane. In 2002, he brought in Ronaldo after his World Cup exploits. In 2003, he brought David Beckham. As at that time, David Beckham was the most celebrity boy. That time they called him celebrity boy. He was handsome. He was everywhere. He was literally everywhere. And then after those Galacticos were declining, take you back again to 2009. He brought in Ronaldo. He brought in Kaka, 2 Ballon d'Or winners. He brought in 2 Ballon d'Or winners. In the same year, he brought in Xabi Alonso and he brought in Karim Benzema. Four signings. And tell me why Spanish League will not have attention. Tell me why Spanish League will not have attention. And now that Cristiano and Messi has left La Liga now, he brought in Mbappe. Who have time to be tuning in to be watching Lamine Yamal and Rafinha and Boli? Do you think if there's no big names in La Liga, do you think people will be tuning in to be watching? Who want to be watching Rafinha? Who want to be watching Pedri and Balde? Who want to be watching all those ones? Who want to be watching the Copas every week? Who want to be watching Adagula every week? It is the big names that brings attention. We don't make that, we don't make that, we don't make that. This is not a flex. This is not the flex you guys think it is. Real Madrid should be the one flexing because Real Madrid fans are the pillar. Real Madrid is the pillar of Spanish football as a whole. This is not the flex you guys think it is. Let me know your thoughts. I will be under the comment section. Thank you guys.